I decided to do a dating in Pittsburgh event. I'm a grandma here. I literally met someone that is only 2 years older than my friend's child. I got over, I'm sick of dating apps. They're annoying. So I decided to try something new. It's amazing people watching, but I'll report back after, but I am way too old for this. Clearly it was a bust. I was talking to this one girl that was at the table next to us, and I was like, clearly I'm the oldest person here. She's like, oh no, I met someone who was 30. And I was like, well, I'm 40. And she was like, oh, and tried to be super polite, but like, it was not the scene for me, but it was great people watching.
Probably delete this, but I'm feeling really scared. I wasn't looking to be alone at 48. I didn't get married to get divorced. And I tried so much. Like, I can't imagine being with anyone else. I mean, I can, but it could just be a fantasy because I'm really good at limerence.
That your 40s are your new 20s? Dead wrong. When I was in my 20s, I was engaged, having babies, getting married. I had a house. I had goals. I had a plan for my life. I'm 41. I've been divorced, single for years, can't keep a guy more than 2-3 weeks max. I have more money than sense, drink like a fish, and half the time I don't even know what day of the week it is.
I have deleted all of my dating apps. Dating sites, Hinge, Bumble, it's all gone. And now I'm at a loss because where the f are we meeting men? Like, there's no quality men on any dating apps. I don't go outside, so that's out of the question. The only other place to meet them is at the gym, and I go into the ladies only section in the gym. So yeah, no idea. But yeah, let me know where we're meeting men these days, because I have
Not where I wanted to be. I haven't succeeded at any.
I remember when I had that kind of awakening. I'm not in my 40s. I am a little bit over my mid 30s, but I had that realization and that awakening, I'd say closer to my late 20s, early 30s. You wake up out the matrix, and I call this a spiritual awakening because, like, you wake up one day and you're like, what am I doing? I'm chasing after this superficial, not real narrative of all these markers of success. All of these markers that's been shoved down our throat, and she's in her 40s, so we're on the same time frame of where this narrative was literally like beaten into us of go to college, get in a relationship, get a house, create a family, work, then retire, and then like you did good. You're a good, solid American. The problem with that is that our society no longer has a container for that. So we're chasing after this checklist. We're chasing after these markers to identify ourselves as successful people when they're no longer attainable. So you have people, millennials mainly, in my generation who are losing their crap and have to redefine what happiness and success means to them. And that's all she needs to do. She's woken up, she's going to feel anger, she's going to feel sadness, she's going to feel all of these icky emotions, but she's going to have to rebuild her story. So if this is you, you are not a failure. Society has failed us. And now it's our job to take back our narrative and create a life that is meaningful to us, that is not measured by external markers, but by internal validation. That's it. You're doing great. Like and follow for more.
You know, a lot of people on dating sites, a lot of people do a lot of talking about men doing things And I just want to say that we have enough men doing things. It's not that you're not doing the things. It's doing the things for yourself that makes you happy, that is fulfilling to you, in healing parts of yourself that feel abandoned, that feel wounded, those things that have made you feel hurt in the past, relationships that didn't work out. You know, what we want, when I talk about men doing, it's doing things like healing. It's doing things like being prepared to be in another relationship, being prepared to learn and grow, but to also protect and provide. Like, you know, men do a lot, and I'm not saying that they don't. And I know that a lot of the men in my comments and in my messages, you know, kind of repeat the same pattern. Not all of them, but they repeat the same pattern. You know, they're tired of being hurt. They want to have a best friend that, you know, goes to war with them, you know, that has their back, somebody that they can trust, and that who trusts them, and you can be, you know, best friends, and it's just, you know, you and your partner against the world. But I think that's a little bit skewed. And I don't say that because it's not important. Like, I want a partner like that too, where it's just a safe harbor. But I want to mention that in order for a woman to feel safe with you as a partner, you have to do the work on yourself. You have to be in a place where you can accept a woman that wants to go to war with you, stand by your side through whatever. But she's not going to do that if you can't do that for yourself. If you can't say, these are the qualities that I'm looking for in a partner. This is what I want my life to look like. This is the ideal situation that I have. And I'm not just talking about vague terms, like being a best friend. What is it that makes that person your best friend? What are the traits of somebody that you know that you can see yourself long term with? And after you do that, flip it. What is it about you that would make somebody, that would allow a woman to want to be that person at your side? I guarantee you it's not just for your money. I guarantee you it's not just for what kind of job you have. It is how you show up in the world. It is how you present yourself to the world. It is how you feel about yourself. You know, and I'm not one to say that you can't love anybody if you don't love yourself. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have to be healed. You have to be in a place to accept your partner and to accept all of the things that come with them. And yes, women have to do that too. But if we're truly healed, if we're truly in our feminine, we need a man that already does that. Okay? We've already done the work. We've been doing the work. We have spent our whole lives trying to be safe. We have spent our whole lives trying to choose a partner that we can be vulnerable with. You know, a partner that's not going to hurt us, a partner that's not going to physically hurt us, a partner that's not going to emotionally manipulate us, make us feel guilty for the feelings that we feel. Because that's what's wrong with relationships today. It is a toxic play. It's a toxic environment that we're all in. And we need a place of comfort. We need men that are protectors and providers. We don't need men that tell us, you know, you have to put in 50-50. This is how it's going to work now. No, because in our lives, we're showing up 70. You know, we're showing up 100 because we have no choice but to show up 100. And you should be showing up 100 also. And with that, you don't get to demand. You don't get to demand anything from us. Because the world as it is already demanding everything from us. The world is run by men, and all of us are exhausted. All of us are struggling mentally, emotionally, financially. And I'm not saying that to demonize men. I'm saying that because you're caught up in it too. You're feeling the effects of what it means when you don't heal your emotions, when you don't feel like you're doing enough, when you can't love yourself, when you can't heal the parts of you that are hurting from your childhood, when you were told that showing emotion was weakness. And so that transmutes into other things. That transmutes into violence and war and taking, because you feel like you're owed something. You're not owed anything. None of us are owed something. But it takes a man that is fully healed to be able to have a partner that is healed. Because a healed partner is not going to choose a wounded man. So it's something to think about. So leave your comments. Tell me what it is you're looking for in your partner. What are your non-negotiables? Does this resonate with you? Are there things from your childhood that you're still struggling with, that you're still dealing with? Go to therapy. There's nothing wrong with that. Heal those hurting parts of you. Especially if you want a good woman, because a good woman is going to treat you the way you need to be treated, the way you want to be treated. But that woman is going to need somebody that treats them with the same respect and the same value. I hope that makes sense.
I'm a lover, you know?
How's that working out for you?
You're right.
Your father made a practical decision in your mother.
Yes, he did. He did.
It's not being a lover. See, we romanticize these things. I don't care about love at 40. You need to get respect and somebody who's going to give you your insulin shot.
Facts.
Take love out of your vocabulary.
Okay.
Or keep it there.
Okay.
And die alone. I'm dead ass serious. How do we feel like we get love? Why is that so important? Love.
Isn't that what this is all for?
No. So you don't get to talk about love when you got all those things going on. Too many struggles. Too many. Because you're still wanting to date like a 20-year-old at 40 with all those struggles.
But I'd be okay with like a man making like 80K. I think I make enough to, cover the difference for one child.
Lord have mercy. You still want a man in the top 13 to 15% of all men at 40 years old with all the things you said. And that you'd be happy with it. Ma'am, you'd be blessed. That's winning the lotto, the Powerball. So yes, you ladies need to really substantially lower your expectations to reality to meet your reality.
That's what I thought I was doing.
No.
From 40 till about 55, that is about a 10 to 15 year period where the woman's brain has to recalibrate to these loss of hormones. And so our moods are all over the place during that time. So understanding where we're at, having more compassion for us, not taking us on, and just helping us understand ourselves, which is largely what I'm trying to do through my books, will be so helpful.
I am having like all the feels right now. I mean, my birthday's in about a week, so I've got all of that coming up, and reading through these comments is really intense, and I can relate to them so much. This is my story right here. I spent my 30s in a relationship with a man that I was very much in love with and expected to marry and have a kid with. And when I was 38, he left me for a 20-year-old. And it was so funny because at the time, I was amazingly optimistic. I really believed that, I was going to go out. I got a new job. I somehow managed to turn my life around after all of that. And I was absolutely convinced that my horrific experience in romantic relationships was like statistically likely to take a turn for the better, and that I was going to meet someone and I was going to be able to have a baby right under the wire. But that did not happen, not even by a long shot. And in fact, the experiences that I had with dating were just as bad, and in one case worse, to the point where I've now opted out of dating altogether because I don't feel that it is good for my mental health. And I'm going to be 47 in about a week, and I think, getting close to the end of the perimenopause phase, and there's a lot of intense emotions that I feel about this. In some ways, I'm okay with it. I have taken care of children my whole life, and there's a part of me that's like, great, now it's my turn. But there's another part of me that is immensely sad. I even knew what I was going to name my child. Like, I've thought about her for decades, and it really pains me to know that I'll never know her. But I think the hardest part of this is that it comes with so much fucking shame. Not because of us. Like, we don't do this to ourselves. It is all from out there. Our society is so judgmental of women who didn't get married and don't have kids. And I hear it on a daily basis every single time I get on social media. I hear it from my own nieces who ask me sometimes, I don't understand why you're a woman if you didn't have children. They're 7 and 9. Where did they learn that kind of... The shame is everywhere. And I wish I could say it gets easier, but it does not. But I will say that I am getting better at taking care of myself and protecting my journey and loving it and learning to accept it. Ultimately, it is nobody's business. And what's truly shameful is that it's so socially acceptable to shame people who are already grieving and in pain. So do everything you can to tell the shame to F off.
I'm 38, and I've never been somebody's girlfriend. Not even once. Not even a little bit. I've had situationships. I've had almosts. I've had confusion, mixed signals, ghosting, and men that acted like they liked me until it required effort. But an actual relationship? No, never. And I know for some people that sounds shocking or dramatic or like I sound desperate. It's even a little embarrassing to say it out loud. I didn't admit it for a really long time because I was embarrassed never having had a boyfriend. but this is actually the reality of a lot of women. When people hear single, they assume that's recent. And it's like, no, babe, like historically. And for a long time, I let that make me feel like something was wrong with me. Like I missed a class that everyone else took on how to be lovable. I am done acting like my life hasn't started because I've never been picked. So if this sounds like you, or you just want to follow along on this journey of mine and learning to be happy with or without a relationship, welcome. As always, love you, mean it.
I need a husband. I'm tired. Loneliness is choking me. I need a husband. I promise I will not be shaking Nash online again. I am ready to settle down now, please. I need a husband. I need a husband.
I'm turning 40 this year and I have nothing to show for it. I'm not married, don't have kids, no closure whatsoever. I don't even know where I'm headed. No hope. These are the words coming out of this beautiful young lady's mouth. You know, they say life begins at 40. This lady says she's turning 40 this year. And she was busy crying on social media that she has not achieved anything. But they say life begins at 40. It's not too late to start all over again. But you have to be intentional this time around. You have to know where you're going. You have to know where you're heading. You have to know what you're all about. If this message is speaking to you out there, there are so many people that feel this way. Not just this lady. If you ever find yourself in this situation, I urge you to pick your bag and baggages and start all over again. It's never too late to start over. The only time you see yourself as a failure or you think of yourself as a failure is when you watch your own life finish right in front of you. You can start all over. You can start again. It's never too late for anyone. Doesn't matter. And you know what? If you do this well enough, you can turn out to be better than someone that already have their life ready. So in a nutshell, it's never too late to start all over again. You're in your 40s, it doesn't matter. It's up to you to make your life what you want it to be. It's up to you. If someone else tells you their story, you'll probably be thankful and regret you ever saying what you said. You know what I mean? So hope is not lost. No, it's not lost. There is still time to get it all together again.